ja, natuurlijk. Je kan niet verwachten dat als je nieuw bij een club bent.
Is it possible in Dutch?
Ja, Dutch is van.
Oké, hey.
Hi.
Hi. Zo, weer bij een topclub.
Ja.
Speel je ook bij een topteam?
Zeker weten. Ik denk als je kijkt naar de individuele kwaliteiten van iedereen, is dat zeker een topteam.
Je bent goed begonnen en toch zeg je het kan nog veel beter.
Ja, natuurlijk. Je kan niet verwachten dat als je nieuw bij een club bent. Dat zei ik na mijn eerste wedstrijd natuurlijk. Ik had 2 trainingen met het team gehad. Ik kende 80% van de spelers, heb ik nog nooit meer gespeeld. Dus natuurlijk verwacht ik dan van mezelf dat als de connecties wat beter worden, de automatismes wat beter worden, dat er een stijgende lijn in zal komen.
Eén ding even, de discussie in de wereld van het voetbal. We spelen te veel wedstrijden. Daar gaat het over.
Mm-hmm.
Zeker hier in Engeland. Hoe denk jij daarover?
Nou ja, ik denk als je alles bij optelt, dus competitiewedstrijden, bekerwedstrijden, interlands, ook nog eens EK's, WK's, WK-clubs, dat je uitkomt als je denk ik goed voorbereid bent om alles te spelen, speel je 70 wedstrijden in het seizoen. Ik denk dat is niet voor iedereen weggelegd. Ik denk per club dat er misschien 1, misschien 2 spelers dat redden zonder geblesseerd te raken. Dus ja, dan moet je wel even gaan nadenken van, is dit wel gezond, zeg maar.
Dankjewel.
Huh?
So then you're here playing for a top club. Are you playing in a top team? The answer? Yeah, for sure. If you look at the individual qualities of each player, then I think we can say for certain that this is a top team. The next question, you've started very well. Do you think you're going to go on improving? The answer, well, you have to understand when you come here as a new player, your expectations are that things will only get better. I've attended 2 trainings. There are 80% of the players in the squad who I've never played with yet. So my expectation is that once the corrections and the sort of automatic responses become a bit more bedded in and natural, that things can only go up and up. Next question, regarding the discussion about people playing too many games. What's your view on that? The answer. Well, there are competition games, there are cup games, there are internationals, there's the European Championships, the World Championships. So if you're properly poised, prepared, you may be playing up to 70 games in a season, which of course isn't for everyone. It's likely in most clubs that there will be just 1 or 2 players who make it through that season without any injuries at all.
Een paar oude bekenden natuurlijk. Ismaël Maas, net iets jonger, maar ken je vast wel, Marokkaanse jongen natuurlijk ook. Karel Eiting, wel jouw lichting.
Ja.
Bijzonder voor jou, maar ook voor Matthijs de Ligt. Als je een beetje terugdenkt aan vroeger, hè, het is duidelijk dat jij een heel ander pad hebt gehad in de jeugd bij Ajax. Maar als je aan dat kliekje denkt, Karel Eiting, Matthijs de Ligt, waren wel een beetje wijze mannetjes, hè?
Zeker weten, zeker weten. Volgens mij hebben ze nog steeds heel veel contact met elkaar. En zijn ze nog steeds heel goed bevriend met elkaar. En dat was altijd wel een klikje, die 2, samen met Dani de Wit. Dus dat is mooi dat ze elkaar weer zien. En ook voor mij natuurlijk, dat ik weer deze jongens zie, is heel leuk. Ook om te zien eigenlijk. En ja, een beetje bijpraten.
Als je terugdenkt zeg maar, aan welk pad jij hebt bewandeld, sowieso natuurlijk wel bijzonder. Als je ook nu ziet waar Karel is. Hoe zou jij dat beschrijven ook in de jeugd en de verwachting die je toen voor jezelf had?
Ja, in de jeugd was het natuurlijk ik denk anders als nu, waar we nu allebei staan. Ik denk dat Karel in de jeugd hoger aangeschreven stond als mij, als talent. Alleen ja, zoals je zelf zegt, ieder bewandelt uiteindelijk zijn eigen pad. Om verschillende redenen. Ik weet dat Karel in het begin, toen hij bij het eerste kwam, had hij toen een blessure wat heel lang duurde. En dan loopt niet alles precies hoe je wilt. En dan gaat iemand links en gaat de andere naar rechts. En ik denk dat uiteindelijk het mooie is van voetbal, dat er zoveel factoren ertoe doen om te zien eigenlijk wat voor pad je bewandelt in je carrière.
We hebben dan René Haken hebben wij dan even gesproken over zijn liefde ook voor FC Twente. Nou, Erik ten Hag met zijn liefde voor Twente is ook wel duidelijk. Waar denk jij eigenlijk aan als je denkt aan Tukkers, maar ook als je denkt aan FC Twente?
FC Twente was altijd een lastige uitwedstrijd. Nooit zo vaak geweest daar, zo ook niet in mijn vrije tijd. Ik weet dat de trainer uit die buurt komt en dat ik ben supergoed met hem, dus ik weet dat de Tukkers en de mensen daarvan kan ik wel mee opschieten. Yes, alsjeblieft.
So a lot of your contemporaries are playing on the other side. When we think about people like Karel Uiting, Matthijs de Ligt, they're all from your generation. And also from the time at Ajax. The answer, yes, I think those two still have a lot of close contact with each other. They used to be quite the clique together with Danny de Wit. So it will be fun to see them again and to have a catch up. Looking forward to it. Next question. So looking back to your time with the youth teams, what were the expectations in those days surrounding you and surrounding Karel? How would you describe those expectations? The answer, well, back in the time that we were in the youth team, I think Karel was viewed as more of a talent, as a bigger talent than I was. But ultimately, as you already said yourself, everybody travels their own road in football. So for example, I know that Karel in the early days had an injury that caused him a great deal of trouble, and his recovery took a long time. So that's one point at which I think our paths diverged. And that's the beautiful thing about football, that where you end up is dependent on a great many different factors and possible points of divergent paths. Question. We've seen René Haken is here, Erik ten Hag. They both have very close ties with Twente, with the region, and with the concept of the people from that region being Tukkers. How do you see your relationship with Twente, with FC Twente? The answer, well, Twente was always a difficult away game. I haven't been there very often myself, but our coach is from that area and I get on very well with him. So in that sense, we get on with the Tukkers.
Okay, move on to the English section. Start with Simon.
What was the attraction about joining Manchester United? Bayern Munich are obviously a great club and many people might think they're more likely to win big trophies than Manchester United at the moment. What is the attraction of coming here?
I think if you compare both of them, you cannot say that one is bigger than the other. Maybe even internationally speaking, Manchester United is probably even bigger than Bayern München. So that's for sure one of the reasons. The other reason is I felt at that time, so last summer after 2 seasons playing at Bayern, that for me I needed and I wanted another step based on a lot of reasons. I felt okay there, but I had the feeling like I can feel better and more comfortable somewhere else. and that's why I eventually chose to change clubs, and that's when Manchester United came. And I don't really think I have to explain why you go to such a club.
Antoine?
Hi. You were just talking about preparing for up to 70 games a season. How can you do that physically? How can you do that mentally? And is that something that's sort of frustrating for the players in the changing room?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think if we really had the answer that on this question, I think for sure a lot of players would be able to play up to 70 games. But yeah, realistically, what you see is that what I said, that like a big team who plays a lot of matches, they're not able to play this much of the games. You see one or two players who played up to 70 and being fit the whole season. So I don't really think there's yet, or there will be eventually something which you can prepare for this, because it's like it's getting more every season, and yeah, every season you see more and more injuries. So I think eventually that if you see this all together, that it's too much.
All right.
Okay.
A lot of fans are commenting on your transfer fee and how modest it seems to be given the start you've made at Manchester United. Were you surprised at Bayern allowing you to leave for that kind of fee, and what have you made of your start at United so far?
Eventually it's not me who decides the fee, so yeah, I cannot really say something about that, because that's the negotiations between Manchester and Manchester United and Bayern Munich. So I can't really say something about that. Yeah, eventually it works good on me, because I was not that expensive, I think, and yeah, I made a good start. So then, what you say, like it's easy for the fans then to say like that I'm a good buy this summer.
Beth?
Hi, obviously you already know the manager, Erik ten Hag. How big of a factor was he for you joining Manchester United?
Of course, it's a big factor. I think always if you decide to go to another club, because you have to decide if the manager and his way of seeing football fits into your way, how you play your football. And yeah, that was for me like with him. I knew him already. I knew his way of seeing the game, and that and his style really fits into how I play, and that's really a big factor. That you work beforehand with him. It's also yeah, making it easier, because I knew always what he expected from me, and he knew it. He knows it from my side as well. So I think seeing those things, it makes it easier. But eventually, what I already said, like it was not the only factor to come to this big of a club.
Does also playing with De Ligt, who you played with before as well, has that helped you settle in, knowing the right side of centre back, who you played on that side of the defence with?
Yeah, of course. I think that's also one of the big reasons, not just De Ligt, that I played with, that I knew already some players here to settle in better and easier. It's tough to come to a new club, new environment, new players, new people. But the moment you feel comfortable is the moment you play better. And because I knew some players, quite some players here, and I came together with Matthijs, that makes life easier.
Adam?
Hi, Noussair. Just back to the signing again and the price. A lot of United fans, off your performances so far this season, are calling you the signing of the season already. How have you felt the reception from the fans different to the Bayern Munich setup? Have you felt like that connection with the fans at the grounds, at the games, and on social media and in the media?
Yeah, of course. If the fans make this positive comments, I still want to say it's still early after
also say
five
comments. Yeah.
5 games. Of course, you get it. You hear some things, but yeah, this love from the fans is really it's a really good feeling. I appreciate them and they appreciate me. So yeah, if we can start off well like this, I also want to give them more.
Okay, guys, go last question for Charlotte.
Hi, Nies. What are Ruden and Rene like to work with, and how have they improved your game so far?
Yeah, it's also tough to say because I'm just a month here, so I knew them from name, of course. Rene and Rudy, I know them from name, but I never worked with them before. But yeah, we speak a lot. They help the team a lot. Rene, they are also a big factor of settling in easily because they speak also Dutch, so they know the culture and how I am already as a player. So this helps also settling in better. And yeah, we speak a lot about the game, about positioning wise, about the defensive line to improve, to be better as an individual, but also as a whole team and a whole group.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.